future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, who cares why we're fighting? It's about the fight. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fight the war. If you live in Wisconsin, make sure you vote in your primaries today. Yeah. What's going on, Arvanauts? Welcome, everybody, to a August 14th stream. It is Tuesday, August 14th. It's about 18 minutes after 1 p.m. Eastern. I hope everyone is doing well and is looking forward to some awesome fun times known as Lone Wolf Shadow on the Sand. And I do want to remind everybody again that there are a couple of primaries going on today in states across this sometimes not so fair nation. So if you are a United States resident, please go to it's vote411.org, vote411.org, and double check. I believe Wisconsin's primary is today. I believe there's a few others. And as you know, right now, the most important thing that we can do if you are American is to be voting all the time, every time, without exception, whether it's for dog catcher or whether it's for president. So please make sure that you are ready and registered to vote, and make sure you go vote. There is nothing more important right now than doing that, so we can get out of this fascist insanity that we're currently living through. That said, however, we are in a good spot, I would say, because we are ready to be able to play some Lone Wolf Shadow on the Sand, and it's going to be a busy day today, folks. But before I do anything, I just want to point, you already voted? Nice, dude. Awesome. Of course, Dragon did. I want to point out, by the way, I want to show everybody what, if you notice that little icon there. So Dragon Spear's got his mod sword, and thank you, Echo. And right next to his mod sword, you will notice a new icon there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the custom sub badge. And let me tell you, that is not just the custom. Absolutely, Aaron, 100%. Totally agree with you. But that's a custom sub badge, and that is the sub badge for being a 1-year supporter. However, we have sub badges for every color starting with base. So when you first become a subscriber, you get a white quill. Then when you become a 3-month subscriber, you get I think it's a yellow quill was what I made next. And then a 6-month is red quill. And then the 1 year is bronze quill. And we actually have, when the channel gets partnered or when they open up further ones, for 2 year, we have silver, and for 3 year, we have gold. So these custom sub badges are here. I am super excited about them. Chaotix actually did them. Yeah, there's Lucathea. Check out the red quill. Yes. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. I can't even tell you how cool it is. It's so awesome. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. It's so cool. Like man, he did such a good job with it. So when we see Chaotix, let's make sure that we talk him up because he did a really great job with these. I love these. So good. I am so happy with these. So they worked really, really well. I'm really excited about it. And if you subscribe, you get to use that awesome sub badge. I love it. I love all the quills. It's so cool. Anyway, so I'm excited about the sub badges. Also, there's other ways to support the stream. If you haven't already done so, you've got !ArvTube. You've got which is the YouTube channel to check out past broadcasts of the stream. Discord is !ArvCord. Please retweet this stream, which is !tweet. Also !ArvTweets will get you over to my Twitter where you can follow. I'm up to a new record. I think I have 889 followers over on Twitter, so please join that group. And please do retweet the stream. Thank you to Elias and Echo for retweeting so far. It really helps, so thank you. Arv Shop will get you over to my merchandise shop. Now that we've got the custom sub badges, we're going to try to get the merchandise for Assignment Impossible and Esper Genesis up there as well. And then Arv Treon is the Patreon. We're almost up to 400. We are so close. We're just so close. I can taste it. So let's keep working on that. And thank you so much to those of you who have supported already. Cool stuff you can get for yourself and for the channel. And last but certainly not least, the aforementioned subsystem where you can get these badges. There's Brahms. See, there's Brahms with a so Brahms has got the less than 3-month sub. There's the white quill, which looks really nice. And then we've got Lucathea. That's cool, Lucathea. That's fine. Whatever you're able to do. And then we got the red quill for Lucathea. Oh, I love it. We just need to get somebody who's got, because I think there's the regular, and then there's 3-month and 6-month, and then 1 year or more. Because we've only had 14 months that the channel's even been an affiliate, so you only get 14 months maximum. So all we need is someone who's done it for 3 months. So one of those people will pop on, and they will have the yellow. They'll have the yellow quill. But I love it. I love these quills. Oh, so excited about it. Yes. So anyway, that is going on as far as that's concerned, and I actually do have a bit of news that I can give as well. One last thing I want to mention is that we have got scheduling today. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got Lone Wolf Shadow in the Sand now. Then we've got Pen and Pixels over in GOG, where I will be continuing my BattleTech playthrough. I'm almost done with BattleTech. And in September, I hope to be doing Pathfinder Kingmaker, which I really like the look of. And then, of course, I've also got Divinity Original Sin 2. So I think that's all going to work. Next week is going to be D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder, over on Pen and Pixels. So that'll be great. And then this evening, we have a special Tuesday night stream, which is going to be our vocalists. Rob, Russ, and Zach will be back with us. Not Bonnie, because her July and August are still crazy, but she will be back to us in September. And they will be continuing our playthrough of Crosscode. So that'll be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we have a very busy day of streaming on the channel set up. We've also got stuff going on, of course, this weekend. We have stuff happening on Friday and Saturday. And if we take a look at the new calendar, because I updated it, the calendar is now mostly together. August is always the most difficult month to schedule because everyone's on vacation and doing all this stuff, and so that is no different this time. Right now, I'm not sure about what's going on with the 17th as far as Esper Genesis is concerned. It's possible that that's going to get shifted, and that we'll be doing instead the one that you see, which is the 25th, Saturday the 25th. So I'm not 100% sure yet about the 17th. I have to confirm yet with the rest of the folks. I'm not 100% sure about that yet. I do know that the 18th will be D&D with the Infinity and Beyond crew. Unfortunately, we will only have 1 day of D&D with Infinity and Beyond, one session this month because, again, of how difficult the schedule is. But that, again, that is what it is. And in September, everything will settle down as far as streaming schedule and stuff like that is concerned. Then we have got next week the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and if we take a look, we're going to have the final vote on this today, as you folks know. So we'll do that at the end of the session. Right now, we have got, this is between Heroes of Might and Magic 3, God of War, and Battle Chef Brigade. Right now, Battle Chef Brigade has a very slight edge on God of War 2018, and a little bit higher edge on Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but any of these are possible. Like, any of these could actually work. So definitely get in your votes, because these are all very close. So I could see this changing, easily within the next couple hours. So definitely check that out. And then we've got stuff going on towards the end of the month. I might even be able to get another Uncharted 2 thing in there as well. So that might be the case. Slight edge. I know, right? Exactly, a slight edge. All right. So let me get rid of these few things. Also, thanks to Jungle Queen for the auto host. Let me get rid of these two things. And let me turn on this. There we go. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. You'll notice that I am wearing proudly my Conan shirt. Question. What is best in life? A, to crush your enemies. B, to see them driven before you. C, to hear the lamentations of the women. D, all of the above. That's my Conan shirt for today. One thing I want to make clear, by the way, folks, is this is an announcement that I'm happy to make, and that is, it looks like at CanCon, which is going to be in October, that's going to be October 12th, 13th, 14th, I think, which is held every year in Ottawa. I really like this convention. So that's coming up in about 2 months from now. I'm going to be there, and Amal El-Matar is going to be there, and it looks like, now this is not 100% confirmed yet, because I have to confirm the timing with some of the players, but it looks like there is a good chance that we will have a live Adventures in Middle-earth session with audience at CanCon. That we will actually have Terry and Trendane will be Skyping in, or Zooming in, or whatever the case may be, video conferencing in, and Will, who lives not too far from there, and Amal and I, because we're both going to be in attendance at the convention, will be there doing an Adventures of Middle-earth session. Even if the AME thing doesn't happen, I'm pretty confident that some live game, like some live RPG stream, is going to happen at that convention. Now, again, this is not 100% confirmed yet, so I don't want to, jump the gun too early on what exactly it will be, but I'm pretty confident that something will be there. So it will be either Adventures of Middle-earth, or it might be another one of those adventures live at CanCon, which is really neat. So if any of you are in the Ottawa area, like I know Brahms and Jagtris, regulars here, go to that. Any of you are Canadian, I mean, all Canada is like within 5 feet of each other, right? So I think that's fine. I'm kidding. For those of you who are over on the west side of Canada, this won't be likely, but Brahms will be there. And so for those of you who are there, this is going to be happening, a live version. So I'm excited, very excited about that. I really like CanCon. And as I say, I like the audience. It reminds me a little bit of sort of what ReaderCon is like, but how do I put this? I want to put this so that I'm not being... I'm not trying to be cruel to anybody. I like ReaderCon a lot also, but ReaderCon tends to be a more literary-focused audience, which is great. Obviously, I love literature. CanCon feels like that, but there's more of a gaming aspect too. It's still literature-focused, don't get me wrong, but there's a sort of respect for games that I think ReaderCon is only now starting to come around to, which is great. Obviously, I was on 2 game-related panels at ReaderCon this past year, and again, I don't just do games. Obviously, I do writing of so-called regular literature. So I'm not in any way claiming that, everything has to be game-related. It's just cool to see a different kind of younger crowd as well that's up there at CanCon. So I did CanCon, and I think it has that kind of feel to it. So anyway, I am looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time. So yes. But what we have to do right now, folks, is we've got something very important to do, and that is we need to get and save Summerland again. By finishing this. Now, this is the last Lone Wolf of the original 5 books, the Kai series. After this, there was the Magna Kai series and other stuff. I don't know if we'll be doing more Lone Wolf beyond this immediately, as far as the game books are concerned. We may go and try Steve Jackson's Sorcery series, which I've done once before on this channel some years ago. And of course, the Sorcery series, I think, is the best game book series ever made. Or we may go back to Fighting Fantasy. We got a lot of those left to do. Or we may try an entirely new series. And do those. I'm not sure yet, but we will see. But first, before we do any of that, I want to finish up Lone Wolf because I've been having a great time with those. And so we need to go save Summerland by checking out Shadow on the Sand. Let's do it. Alrighty, so here we are with our amazing overlay brought to you by the incomparably talented Kilobyte. Okay. Saturday. It'll definitely be Saturday, Brahms, but I don't know if it's going to be in the evening or if it's going to be in the afternoon. But it will definitely be Saturday the 13th, I think it is. So yes, but I don't know which one. Yeah, I heard about that, Lucathea. I heard about that, and I'm really, really excited about it. It's funny because they had the old school ones of those, but they're really going all in. I have to say, WotC has been doing some good stuff. They really have. I think the Eberron stuff, I know some of the people working on Eberron, besides obviously Keith Baker, who created it. But I know some of the people that are working on it, and they're good people. And I don't know. I think they're doing a very good job in kind of presenting all this stuff. So yeah. I am very, very excited for a lot of the stuff coming down the pike. I think the new Waterdeep heist one is great too. I mean, we've obviously got Curse of Strahd going on and all that, but I could see that easily being like the next adventure that we did could easily be something like the Waterdeep heist, because that actually is designed to take you from level 1 all the way to level 20, which is that's awesome. And so anyway, I could definitely see that being something we did online, but it's good stuff. 5e is hitting it out of the park. They're doing a great job with it. So, all right. So here we go. Now what we need now, as we always do, I'm going to be with you here for the next 2 hours, basically. What we need right now is we need, give me just a second here. We need a soundtrack. So we've got a soundtrack stuff that we need to get. So can I get nominations for the soundtrack, the video game soundtrack music that we will be playing as we play some Lone Wolf? What do we got? Lay it on me. What do you folks have? Give me some suggestions. Oh, look at all those quills. I just love them. I love them. They make me feel all warm inside. Ooh, Prince of Persia TNS. That's a good one. That is a good one. Nice. We got it. I'm already on it, man. Sands of time. Sands of time. What's up, Kerflop? Yeah, we're on it. Sands of time. Is this too loud? How's the volume, guys? Oh, man. I absolutely... I have to say, this reminds me of one of my favorite soundtrack tracks, which is the Xenogears... there's a city soundtrack, which is amazing. This reminds me of that. I love this. Oh, so good. Wow. That should be the next game. Listen, you got to nominate Prince of Persia. I like the Prince of Persia series. I would be cool with that. All right. Good stuff. All right, let us get this job done. Xenogears. Xenogears is so good. It's funny. The second disc, obviously, everyone knows that they ran out of money. The second disc is not as good, but the game overall is good. But that game in general, do not sleep on Xenogears. Everyone talks about Xenosaga. Xenogears is good. If you want to have, like, all the role-playing, you want to have all of them, and you get mechs, too, it's good. It really is good. Like... Nominations have behind my back. You know what? A Xenogears remaster, I would be for that 1,000 times. If Xseed is listening to this, come on, Xseed. It's even, the X is even in your title. Get me a remaster. Get me a localization. Get me a remaster of Xenogears. A Xenogears HD remaster would be completely lit. It is the thing. I'd be all about it. Okay, here we go. So, as you folks know, this is Book 5, Shadow on the Sand. Let's do it up. This way. You bought an Atari cap? Nice, nice, nice. I said lit. What's wrong with lit? Kerflop lit. Like literature. Know what I'm saying? Anyway. Okay, so, as you know, we are Lone Wolf, the last Kai Master, and we were asked to go to find out about Vasagonia and to try to basically get a peace treaty with them. But of course, on the way, they ended up, the bad guy, the guy who was, of course, the one who had asked us to, ended up dying. So when we got there, bad things ended up happening. We were lost all our items. We were pricked by a sleep dart, thrown into a prison. I like this note that we were punched a guard, and the guard dropped the sword. We were attacked by a palace jailer, killed the guard, extorted information, sensed that the man is lying. I don't know about extorted. Questioned the guard to escape. We killed him. We searched the bodies, got a sword, dagger, warhammer, 6 crowns, jailer's keys, tried to open a locked door, reached the armory, tricked the guard who died, searched body for more keys, dagger, sword, found a book in the armory, noted a number for bronze door, tried to find missing equipment, couldn't, found jeweled maces and copper key in the chest, and found our confiscated items. So we got the Sommersword back, which is the most important thing. We also got a silver comb, a prism, got to a door with a combination lock, opened the door, passed through upper pathos and arboretum to the staircase, found a quarterstaff, spied Zakum Kima talking with Dark Lord Haken. So now we know that the Dark Lords are behind this latest, takeover of Vasagonia. And we found out that Hakon wants the Book of the Magnakai, which would be really bad. The Book of the Magnakai also would allow us to basically create a new Kai monastery. So basically we could become the new sensei. We could basically become Mr. Miyagi, is basically what this comes down to. And then Drakhiram entered the chamber, attacked by Akataz. So that is where we are so far. And now we get back into it. So here we go. Suddenly you catch sight of 2 warriors creeping towards you from a passage to your right. They are clad in jet black armor and scarlet robes, and their hideous death masks identify them as Drakkar warriors. They are men, but they are evil men, as evil as the Dark Lords whom they serve. One of them holds a razor-fanged Akataz, a creeping leathery war dog straining on a chain leash. The Drakkar hisses and the Akataz springs towards your throat. Do you wish to fight this creature, or do you wish to try to evade the attack? Now again, we got our full equipment. We're all back to normal. We got our armor, we got the sword, so we're all about it. So this music is so perfect for this. All right. There we go. What should we do? Should we try to fight the Akataz, or should we try to escape? Now's the time for the vote. So you guys know how to do it. $vote space and then the number. I feel like, this is the kind of thing, it's like when people talk about if you overindulge in an alcoholic beverage, some people say that you have liquid courage. I feel like we have Sommersword courage. I feel like we get the Sommersword and we're like, Sommersword. Like any problem, you got to jump that 400-foot cavern. Sommersword. You've got to try to survive 5 hours at the DMV. Sommersword. You've got to deal with the fascist who owns the White House. Sommersword. Oh, God. No sneaking today. We are taking down the Dark Lords Conan style. Yeah, what is best in life? All right. I'm going to last call this. So now's the time to get in your vote, folks. $vote space, and then the number you'd like to vote for. For those of you who are new, by the way, we do this once a month, occasionally twice a month, but usually once a month, sometimes live illustrated by Terry Toon, sometimes not. And you get a chance to actually vote through this thanks to this amazing thing called Arvbot, which was made for us by Netawin, who I hope is well. I have not seen or heard from Netawin in many, many months, so I hope he's doing okay. But anyway, Netawin was kind enough to make this for us, and it's awesome. If you guys have not already done so, please consider getting involved and voting and becoming a part of this. So that would be great. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while, and I'm worried about him. All right. Alrighty. And let's... Okay, I'm going to close this. Alright, so we are going to fight the Akataz. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. The Akataz leaps through the air at your face. You fall backwards, kicking with both feet, but you are winded as the war dog jolts the air from your lungs. It slashes your shoulder. Before cartwheeling over the edge of stairs, its howl cuts short as it smashes into the marble floor of the lower palace. Oh, snap. Basically, it was like Uncharted right there. You spring to your feet and draw your weapon, for the Drakharim are running towards you. A terrible roar of hate and rage fills the hall. Kill him! The Drakharim unsheathe their black swords, eager to obey their master's command. They attack you simultaneously. All right. Wow, 35 endurance, 18 combat skill. Whatever, we got this. Look at this. 12-2 Mind Blast. Wapow. 12 plus 2 Shield. Wapow. 16 plus 8 Sommersword. Wapow. 24 plus 2 Silver Helmet. Wapow. That's an 8 combat advantage right there. All right, here we go. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 6. 6 is pretty good. 6 is a good start. 6 is definitely a good start. That means that we are going to get 12 points of damage to them, only 1 point of damage to us. That's what I like to see. All right. Let's do this again. 8-point combat ratio. Let's make it happen. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. A 7 is also good. I will take a 7. A 7 is real good. They lost 12 last time. A 7 is going to be even better. 14 damage to them, 0 damage for us. It's men against boys here, people. We are the Bruce Lee of Lone Wolf. All right, 8-point lead here. 8-point lead. Come on, give me that 10. I want to see that instant kill. 8. It kept going up, though. 6, 7, 8. 8 is also solid. 8 is also solid. That is going to do 16 points of damage. Wow, that wasn't even fair. We took 1 point of damage in that entire combat. We annihilated them. You glimpse the silhouette of Dark Lord Haken in the hall below, his spiked fist raised. There is a deafening crack as a bolt of blue lightning streaks from a stone in the Dark Lord's hand and hurtles towards you. Oh crap. You dive for cover behind the body of the Drakkar as the bolt explodes. In a flash of light, the Drakkar is gone. Only cinders and the rotten odor of scorched flesh remain. This is perfect music for this too. You scramble to your feet and sprint along the passage. Another bolt hurtles from the hall, tearing into the ceiling with shattering effect. Splinters of razor-sharp metal whistle down, slashing your cloak and tunic. You race down some stairs through a silver archway and along a balcony that overlooks the lower palace. I'm going to save it here, by the way, because we already beat them. Hey, Cloud Kingdom! Another book, another sub! Thank you, Cloud Kingdom. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Cloud. Yay, I appreciate it. Welcome back, dude. Resub for 11 months. So check out your what you got, man. Oh, Kerflop with the sub. Thank you, Kerflop. Oh, the subs are real. Subtrain hype. That's awesome. Cloud, definitely, you got a pen. See, check it out. You got the 6 month. You got a pen. You have this red. See, you got the red one. So I think 3 months. I think what I made was 3 months is yellow. So base is white. And actually, Kerflop, if you do this, it's awesome, right? I like, right? Isn't it good? And it goes with your freaking name. So Kerflop's got the white. Guy's got the white sub badge. Yellow is 3 months. Lucathea with a resub. Oh my god, the resubs! Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited about these sub badges. That sub badge looks nice on you, dude. Now, when you get to next month, Cloud, you're gonna get one of Dragons. When you get to 12 months, you're gonna have the bronze one. So, which is gonna be good too. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lucathea. Thank you, Kerflop. Thank you, Cloud Kingdom, so much. You're not gonna get a dragon. You already have a dragon. He's in chat. He's called Dragonspear. You're gonna have the other ones. If you want a dragon, though, you can always use the. You can always do that, you know. All right. So where were we? Yes, we were in the middle of trying to run away from a bad guy. I would like a pet dragon too, of course. Appeal of Bell. You race down some stairs through a silver archway and along a balcony that overlooks the lower palace. Oh, that's cool, Echo. No problem, dude. A peal of bells and the crunch of iron-shod boots echo in your ears. The Zakan has sounded the alarm. His guards close in on every side. At the end of the balcony is another arch and a staircase. Both look deserted. Do you wish to escape through the arch or race up the stairs? Man, this music is so good for this. I don't want a dragon's pair. It's called doing exercise. It's doing some work. Alright, so what do we got, guys? Are we going to escape through the arch, or are we going to race up the stairs? I have no idea what we're doing here. Like, I have no idea which the right thing to do is or not. All we're trying to do is basically avoid death. That's what we're trying to do. Man, this program just thinks of so many things. I never knew it did this. If you hover over the combat skill, it shows you the +2 Mind Blast, +2 Shield, +8 Summer Sword, +2 Silver Helmet. So it shows you what's giving you the combat skill. If you hover over Endurance Points, it'll show you where you're getting that from. I really, if you hover over the Sixth Sense, it shows you what each does. The tooltips thing, this program is so good. I can't even tell you, if they made a 7th Sense equivalent program for all game books, they would be a huge, an even bigger thing on Twitch. They would be a big thing on Twitch. It makes it so much easier. What's up, Genly? What's going on, Genly? Hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. Sommerswerd. I'm actually saying Sommerswerd. Sommerswerd, which I think means summer sword, although I don't know if it means it in some Scandinavian language. I don't know if it means it in like Norwegian or Finnish or something like that, or if it means it in German. But it's Sommerswerd that I'm thinking about. That's how it's pronounced. That's how it's spelled too. What's up, Tobik? Sommerswerd, go gank Haken while I get a latte. Also, can I just say, can somebody explain to me what exactly is it that causes every evil bad guy to try to shoot good guys with lightning? Like, so be it, Jedi. Or freaking, well, I guess Raiden was a good guy, technically. But I feel like so many bad guys are like, let me shoot you with evil lightning. Like, seriously? Like, it's so cliche, man. Come on. Let's get something better. How about, throw some fireballs at people, or, like, hit them with water, but it's always like, lightning. I mean, I wonder about that, Lucathea, right? Maybe he had a Swedish girlfriend. It's conceivable. Right. Goldfinger with the plasma laser. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things like, I shall zap you with lightning. Alright, we got 3 to 3, folks. Escape through the arches 3, race up the stairs 3. I'm going to last call this, but we need to get a vote. We need to get one or the other. Escape through the arch or race up the stairs. What's it going to be? But I could see that, but it seems like a lot of bad guys do that, Div, don't you think? Don't you think a lot of bad guys do that? It seems to me. God damn it, Dragon. Typical Dragon Spear. We need someone to break the vote, not to slow the game down. We don't need people to slow the game down. We need people to break the vote. If you want to change your vote, Kerflop, you can just do $ change vote, all one word, space, and then the number you want to change it to. Oh, fair enough, Div. That's a good point. All right. We have escaped through the arch. All right, sounds good, Kerflop. Thanks. Oh, sorry, Tobik. Sorry, dude. It works out because that's what you would have done anyway. I basically wanted to make sure Dragon didn't try to sabotage the vote again. All right. Let's escape through the arch. Let's see what happens. You run through the arch and straight into a black-robed palace guard. You bruise your ribs and the impact throws you off balance, but you manage to grab the wall to stop yourself from falling over. Whoops. The guard lies sprawled upon the floor, but with incredible swiftness, he draws a... Wrong one. He draws a shining steel axe and lashes out at your legs. Eesh. Pick a number from the random number table. If you have the Kai discipline of hunting, and we do, add 2 to the number you've picked. Okay, so we're looking for 5 out of 11, people. So basically we need a 3. We need at least a 3. That'll do. That's fine. That will give us the number that we need. All right. You whirl your feet away from the shining steel and narrowly escape being wounded as the axe bites inches deep into the polished stone floor. However, before the guard can strike another blow, you lash out and send the axe spinning from his hand. He screams, clutching broken fingers to his chest. That's right. We just zodded that guy. You turn and run towards an open door. The air is filled with the sound of pounding feet, for the palace guard are on full alert. Together with the Dracarim, they are now bent on finding and killing you as quickly as possible. Beyond the door, a bridge rises at a slanted angle over an enclosed garden, joining this part of the palace to a needle-like tower of white marble. At the entrance to the bridge, a narrow stair disappears into the garden below. Do you wish to cross the bridge and enter the tower, or descend the stairs? Huh. All right, let's see. All right. What's it going to be, folks? Cross the bridge and enter the tower or descend the stairs? What's it going to be? I only voted as it was subtly implied by me saying, let's get a vote. But I didn't tell you what vote. I just said you should vote. That should be a metaphor, Tobik. Always vote. I didn't tell you who to vote for. Just vote against evil. Flowers. We need more flowers. That's true. Well, actually, I was trying to think of it. Doesn't Sands of Time... I think Prince of Persia Sands of Time has a whole big sequence that takes place in a palace garden, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think. Alright, I am also, while you're doing this, I'm going to grab my phone quickly so I can have access to stuff. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. Thank you, Aaron, for the retweet, by the way. Thank you, everybody who retweeted. Much love. I appreciate the retweets, you fine folks. So thank you to Elias, Echo, and Arinth for the retweets. Definitely want to try to make that more of a thing, because I like broadening things beyond just the Twitch community, because that way we get more people in, and then those people become part of the Twitch community, So thank you. All right, cross the bridge and enter the tower. Okay, we got last call. Such a good mood today. Somehow I feel like, you know, the defense rested in the Paul Manafort case without presenting any witnesses at all. We have other disasters with a bunch of people waking up to deal with them. A lot of stuff on the personal publishing front that is coming quickly that I'm very excited about. I can't talk about yet. We'll be able to hopefully pretty soon. Stuff with the channel, with just the different campaigns we've got going on, the custom sub badges, just a lot of good stuff. Super excited. And of course, happy to be playing this with all of you too. All right, family's great. Although right now my family is mostly sick. I actually fought off a little bit of a cold myself, but my poor kids were both like coughing last night and. You know, my poor son, he's pretty good about stuff. He's actually handles things pretty well, but he's just kind of like, and then he's like, like sometimes he's just like, I wish I didn't feel this way, but he'll be fine. There's no fever or anything. It's just a little cold. And frankly, and it's a good thing that all happened like after Gen Con and before I go back to school. I really liked when Gen Con was this year, because ending it as early as it did meant that I had almost a full month, basically, before I had to go back to school, which just is really nice, rather than getting back from Gen Con and immediately having to plunge back into things. It could have been. Let's ignore Italy. Wait, what happened in Italy? Did something happen in Italy today that I didn't see? What happened in Italy? I did not hear about this. Okay, so we're crossing the bridge and entering the tower. Inside the cool marble tower, 2 flights of... No, I didn't hear... Oh my god, no, I did not hear about the bridge collapse. No, I didn't hear about that at all. Wait a minute, I want to go look this up quickly. Oh, that's awful. Cars plunge off a collapsed bridge in Italy. Oh, that's awful. No, I didn't know about that. A highway bridge in the heart of Genoa. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, that's awful. Wow. Good grief. Can't even imagine. Italy's new government. Yeah, now they have to demonstrate they can manage a crisis and the scrutiny that comes with it. Boy. Jeez, what a disaster. That's, you know, the bridge infrastructure thing. Remember, obviously, for those of you who live in Minnesota, that happened in Minneapolis, too. There is definitely concern about infrastructure in this country as well. It's something that's not sexy, but it's extremely important. And actually, I was thinking about this the other day. My daughter goes to school some distance from where we live, so we drive her there a lot of times. And so every Friday I drive her to school, and we go over the new Tappan Zee Bridge, which is going to be called the Mario Cuomo Bridge, I think, which is built over the Hudson River. And it replaces a bridge which was already about 5 to 10 years past its useful life and took a lot of stuff. And they've only got one side of this bridge, just to show you. They have one side of the new bridge open now, which has been open for a little less than a year. And it accommodates as many cars as the entire bridge used to accommodate. So when they get the other side completed, it will basically be two times the size of the old Tappan Zee Bridge. But it was like a brand new, it's a, cost a lot of money, but it's extremely important. It is like the major way to get over the Hudson to head north again. And I have to say, it feels nice to be on a new bridge, and it feels nice that we got done with the old one, got onto this new one before there were any terrible disasters on the old one. So, it's like, yeah. I have my legs, never mind my car, who cares, yeah. That's so awful, though. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. So sorry to anyone who is Italian or knows people who are affected. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Okay. So, what is this now? Wait. What is this? What the? Wait, is this a battle between crawfish and a robot? What is even that? There is a battle of crawfish. That needs to happen. That needs to occur in real life. Okay. So, inside the cool marble tower, 2 flights of spiral stairs meet at a landing. You detect the sound of distant running feet gradually growing louder. It is coming from one of the spiral staircases, but which one? Suddenly, a band of Dracarim warriors appear. They are crossing the bridge that leads to the tower. You must escape. Do you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense? And we do. Your Kai skill warns you that 2 palace guards are running up the spiral stairs from their guard room in the base of the tower. Quickly, you ascend the stairs before the Dracarim enter and see in which direction you've gone. Sixth Sense, baby. The stairs are high and steep. You gasp for breath and force your aching legs to climb, for the Dracarim are less than a dozen steps behind you. At the top of the tower, an open arch leads out onto a platform where a huge kettle drum stands. This is used by the tower guard to send messages to the other palace towers. A bleached hide is stretched across its surface and a black wooden beater hangs from the side. If you wish to push the drum down the tower stairs, or do we ignore the drum and escape out in the platform? Oh man, I know what I would do. I know what we should do. But it is chat's decision. I know what I would do. I mean, right? Like, that's so, like, I always do the thing where I'm playing a game and I'm like, like I've spent most of Uncharted 2 being like, I could not do any of this. I would not make any of it. This is something I would do. Like, if I'm running up the stairs, I would 1,000% turn around and push a goddamn drum down the stairs. There's no question about it. Like, I mean, oh my god. Yeah, you needed that drum. What you needed to do was beat on the drum. Yeah. Oh, man. Can I play the drum while it's falling? I'll do you one better, Cloud. Can you ride it? Like basically, do one of those things like you're like log rolling in a river, like you're trying to keep your balance on the barrel as it goes down. While you're also beating on the side of it. Right? You're like, that's a Prince of Persia thing, right? That's a Prince of Persia thing. That is totally a Prince of Persia thing. Rolling down the barrel while you're dancing on top of it is totally Prince of Persia. Oh my god. I like TNS that you got your quest and your life end here. Very much the way it would go. Alright, last call. Oh man. Alright. Okay, and we're going to do that. Push the drum down the lower stairs. I am 100% in favor of that. Drum roll, please. Here we go. The heavy copper drum rolls from its wooden base and crashes down the tower stair, a thunderous boom echoing from the dark as it careens on a collision course with the enemy. The screams of horror are cut short as the drum hurtles through the ranks of the Dracarim, crushing them into the hard stone steps. Hell yes! Oh my god. The drum contained the sacred Kai writings of Sessile Otter. Your quick action has scattered your pursuers, but victory turns sour when you discover that you are trapped. There are no other stairs from the platform. You have delayed the Dracarim, but your reprieve is only temporary. However, if you possess a rope, you can attempt to climb down to the gardens below, and we do have one. Tying one end of the rope to the parapet rail, you drop the other end over the side and glissade down the tower. Wow, check out that word. That's not something you see every day in a game book. I think it is glissade, not glissade, down the tower. You have reached halfway when you see two Dracarim above you sawing at the knot. Suddenly the rope snaps and you plummet into the void. Listen, in The Princess Bride, this was no problem for Wesley. Okay, I bet we're looking for 3 to 9. Please be looking for 3 to 9. Okay, I'm hoping that's the case. We're going to find out. In a complete daze, you tumble and spin, totally unaware of whether you are falling head or feet first. The warm wind tears at your face, forcing your eyelids and mouth open. You can barely breathe. You scream with terror until you hit the upper branches of a toa tree. In the next instant, you hit water. You rapidly surface again and instinctively begin to pump your legs. You have no idea in which direction you are swimming, but in 3 strokes you find yourself at the side of this deep sculptured pool of clear water. Still shaking from the shock of impact, you crawl your way out onto a mossy bank. Miraculously, you have escaped injury, but your ordeal is far from over. The Dracarim and the palace guards watched you fall, and at this very moment are racing down from the tower and the bridge to the palace gardens. Ahead of you, beyond a tree-lined colonnade, a flight of steps ascends to a small portal in the wall of the upper palace. To your right, a leafy tunnel winds away into the trees and shrubs. If you have the Kai discipline of tracking, and we do, it reveals that the winding path leads into the Zakan's Arboretum, his cathedral of trees. The stairs to the portal lead to a private chamber in the upper palace, but you still cannot tell what the chamber contains. Interesting. So, what should we do? Should we... Zakan's Arboretum, or climb the stairs to the portal? Ooh, this is a tough one. This one is not as obvious to me. The rolling the drum down the stairs was a slam dunk. I don't know about this one, though. This one could go either way. I have no memory of this place. I gotta say, I am pretty excited for Lord of the Rings LCG. Mostly, I think, because I've been having a lot of fun with Slay the Spire. I've actually won with all 3 characters on Slay the Spire now. I've really enjoyed that game a lot. So... it's good, man. Slay the Spire's good. I didn't know if I was going to dig it, but I really do. It sort of touches all the right buttons for me. I love the idea that as you go on, you get points that allow you to unlock more cards, and then you learn more about the ways to sort of structure how to strategize with each character, because they all play very differently. And yeah, my only regret is that when I get all the cards unlocked, there's not going to be a lot to do. I mean, you can do Ascensions, which makes it much harder, and I guess I could do that next or whatever, but anyway, I've been digging it, so I don't love all card games like that, but that definitely I do like, so. Promising glissading opportunities. So is it glissade as an AHD sounding, or is it glissade as in like A? Is it Curse of Strahd, or is it aid as in lemonade? Does anybody know? Soundtrack's good. I forgot. I think I've played all of the Prince of Persias. I played Sands of Time. I played what's the two warriors? What's the what weekend warriors? No, what is it? Two warriors something or other. I've played the original Prince of Persia all the way back on like the Commodore or whatever it was. Short A. Yeah. Warrior Within, Two Thrones. That's right. Yeah, I played all those. I like those. I like Prince of Persia. I even watched the Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh yeah.
Glissade or glissade. Glissade or glissade.
What? It says this. That doesn't help. It says literally both choices. Either glissade or glissade. Okay, it's glissade or glissade. What the God damn it. Thanks, pronunciation guide. Yeah, very helpful, yeah. Yeah. I've played those. Yep, that's what I mean, Echo. Yeah, Sands of Time, Warrior Within the Two Thrones. I played that well before I started streaming, actually. Is there anything going on with the Prince of Persia series of late? Is there been anything happening? No? See, I don't remember the later ones. Yeah. No, it had a lot of problems. It had a lot of problems. I mean, the biggest problem is, it's nothing against Jake Gyllenhaal. We should be able to get someone of Middle Eastern descent. We should be able to get an actor to play that role. In fact, we can. There is zero reason that they couldn't have gotten someone... Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't. There's too many wonderful actors from too many walks of life that represent, you know, all manner of ethnicities, of creeds, religions, sexualities, sexual orientations, etc. There is no reason now that we need to be... Hollywood needs to be like, let's go get, like... And it's nothing against Jake Gyllenhaal, but come on. Like, not necessary. Oh, I mean, I need to think about it, Dragon, but, like, the point is, it's not even about that. It's not like Jake Gyllenhaal is some incredible box office figure, right? Like, I could see, like, I wouldn't agree with it, but if they cast Tom Cruise, you could at least make the argument that that guy brings eyes to the screen. How many people are like, oh, Jake Gyllenhaal, let me go check out that guy? I mean, it's like casting, like, Luke Wilson and thinking that he's the guy that's going to bring people. Like, that's not a big deal. And by the way, they could get that guy because he doesn't have as much of a name for cheaper. But, like, how many people knew of some of these people before they had it? Like, you know, so... Alright, we're going to close this poll. We are following the path to the Arboretum. I think I might have done that too. We're going to have to battle some living tree in here, though. As you follow the track deeper into the Arboretum, high-pitched shrieks echo above the ceiling of creepers and low branches. The air is humid as a jungle. You press on, but the going is difficult. The soft, sticky, rotting humus clings to your boots like river clay. I'm pretty sure that's not hummus, but humus. A sudden movement on the path ahead makes you dive for cover. A handful of Dracarum are coming this way, led by a figure dressed in red. If you have reached the Kai rank of Warmarn or higher, and we have, by the way, you recognize the creature dressed in red. It is a Vordak, a servant of the Dark Lords, one of the powerful undead. Vordaks possess great psychic power, and you feel it scanning for you with its mind force. Did the Dark Lords just, like, paratroop in their entire species into this freaking land? Good God. Fresh hummus, rotting hummus. Exactly. You know that if you're to avoid these evil troops, you will not only have to hide, but also shield your mind. Shield your mind, and the rest will follow. Okay, now we do, I think, have... Yes, we do have the Discipline of Mind Shield. So, and we have Camouflage. So we should be adding... We're still trying to get to 7. So we're adding 5. So we basically need a 2 or higher. So let's go. 2 or higher. Yes! That is well enough. Pressing yourself against the damp soil, you hold your breath and pray you will not be seen as the Vordak glides into view. Its bony arm is outstretched, and a skeletal finger sweeps the lush undergrowth on either side of the path. You sense the Vordak is using its mind force to try to locate your hiding place. As the finger points in your direction, a wave of pain washes over your body. You are near to crying out. When the pain ceases, you have not been detected. The finger sweeps away and the enemy continues its search along the path. Hell yeah. Alright, eager to put distance between yourself and your merciless enemy, as we save, you race headlong through a tangle of trees and roots until you stumble upon a small domed hut of latticed wood, half hidden by a curtain of vines. Exactly. We basically pretended to be hummus. I hope we were Abrams hummus, which is the best hummus of all time. Peering through the dense foliage, you see that the vines reach up to a wrought iron walkway which ends at an open stone door. Do you wish to climb up a vine to the walkway and escape through the open stone door, or do you wish to search for an exit from the arboretum at ground level? I don't know. If it were me, I'd want to get the hell away from the Vordak, but I don't want to keep being hummus. I don't know. I feel like if I could be any food, it wouldn't be hummus. If I had to be a food, I probably would be a cinnamon roll, because then at least I would smell delicious before I was eaten. Nothing against hummus. I mean, as I say, hummus is amazing, but especially Abrams hummus. Fried chicken or pizza? You wish you were hummus. Dragon. So predictable. All right, we need other votes. We need another vote to cancel the Dragon Spear automatic tie vote. I feel like Kerflop is basically like the counteractor to Dragon Spear right now. Well, but climbing up the vine is also attempting to escape, Dragon. That's also attempting to escape. That's the idea. Both of them are escape options. Thank you, Kerflop. Alrighty. So, we're going to climb up behind a walkway and escape. See, escape, Dragon? See, it says, see, here. It says escape. See? Escape. Right there. It says escape. Escape. Alright. Beyond the portal lies a vaulted corridor leading to a grand stairway. You narrowly avoid confrontation with a dozen Drakarim saved by your lightning reactions. As the enemy rush from an archway on the second floor landing, you dive behind a statue of the recently deceased Zakan Mudala. They are so intent on their chase. Yeah, cute. They are so intent on their chase that they fail to notice your hiding place and hurry down the stairs, grunting in their heavy armor as they run. Silently, you give thanks that Zakan Mudala was a very stout man and that his statue casts a very large shadow in which to hide. At the top of the stairway, you discover a hatch which gives access to the roof. You climb through it and follow a path of sun-bleached tiles that wind in and out of the domes and turrets, eventually leading to a bell tower. You are exhausted and need to rest, your mind still full of the shock of your encounter with Dark Lord Haken. The sound of his terrible voice repeating the words, "Book of the Magna Kai," echoes again and again in your mind. With desperation sapping your will, you peer out through a grill in the bell tower. The sight before you renews your flagging hope, for it inspires a daring escape plan. Below the bell tower, you see a line of Idakar pens, each with its own circular landing platform. Idakar are a breed of huge black birds that nest in eyries high in the peaks of the Dahir and Vakar mountains. The Vasagonians have long since tamed these giants of the skies, using them as winged mounts for their army leaders, their scouts, couriers, and envoys. An Idakaran rider swoop down out of the reddening sky and alight upon the platform nearest to the bell tower. Slaves hurl a rope to the rider. This is just like WoW fast travel. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just like this is like Skyrim fast travel. Who in turn fixes it to a saddle ring before he jumps to the ground. The Idakar caws and beats its huge wings as it is slowly winched into the pen by a hidden capstan. Somehow I think we're leading to this cover illustration. The rider and the slaves leave the platform. There is now only one sentry on guard at the pen. If you can overpower him, you can make your escape on the back of the giant bird. If you possess a blowpipe and sleep dart, but we do not, sadly, you leave the bell tower and make your way down towards the sentry. At first, dodging from one turn... No, I'm not. I'm not, Div. Although I watched... I actually watched yesterday Margaret Crone, who stopped by playing D&D. She does some D&D stuff, does a lot of cosplay, and does WoW. So I actually watched her playing a little bit just in the background while I was doing other stuff. And it was kind of... I mean, there were some cool cutscenes, but no, if I were ever to go back to doing an MMO, I would either go back to doing Star Wars The Old Republic, which is kind of fun and which I've streamed on here before, or I would do Lord of the Rings Online. And honestly, if Lord of the Rings Online was not so freaking grindy and dated, I would, because it's all Lord of the Rings. Like, the lore is great, the storyline is great, but it's so dated and the freaking grind is so real. It's like, oh man, I don't know. It would be tough. At first, dodging from one turret to the next as these remain unseen. What's up, Caro? What were you streaming, Caro? Welcome in. And for those of you who've just stopped by the way, we have custom sub badges. For those of you who are not new to the channel but haven't been in today, we have custom sub badges. You can see Kerflop has one. Dragon Spear has a year one right now. So yeah. So yes. However, for the final 30 yards, dodging from one turret to the next, it's easy to remain unseen. However, for the final 30 yards to the landing platform, you will have no cover, for the platform and the palace roof are linked by an exposed gangplank. If you were to overpower the sentry, you must cross the gangplank undetected. But we do have the Kai Discipline of Mind over Matter. Oh, you were playing Unavowed? Yeah, I know about that. I remember when they were actually looking for voice talent for that. I think it was last year. That's going to be showing up on GOG pretty soon, I think. That's awesome, Carol. What'd you think? Did you like it? You have the Kai Discipline of Mind over Matter. We do. Focusing your skill on a money pouch that hangs from the sentry's belt. You concentrate on untying the leather thong that secures it. Seconds later, the pouch drops to the ground and spills its contents. The guard yelps in horror as he sees his gold rolling over the edge of the platform and drops to his knees to gather what little remains. As he turns his back, you break cover and run across the gangplank. Your speed and stealth carry you across the gangplank undetected. When you strike, the guard is still on his knees, picking up his scattered gold. Your attack is silent and deadly. Do you wish to search the guard's body or ignore the body and hurry into the Itakar's pen? Nice. Our attack is cheesy. But still, it's cheesy, but kind of cool nonetheless. It's all about that stealth kill, right? Sounds like end credit music for Sands of Time. Right, exactly. You have to be like the counteracting force. Alright, we're gonna last call this. Oh, stinky cheese for silent and deadly. Ah, I see what you mean. Yes, I see what you're getting at. So you're saying that ours was, we were the Limburger attack. Right, is that what we're talking about? You've heard of the Lindbergh baby. Now there's the Limburger attack. True that, Lucathiel. Well, what I'm wondering about is whether he has something to help tame the bird. So that's what makes me think about that. Alright. And, okay, search the guard's body is where we're at. Let's do it. You discover little of interest. 8 gold crowns and a brass whistle. Oh, we already have our maximum. On a chain. See, I feel like that brass whistle is going to be useful. I feel like that's going to be necessary. You may take these if you wish. Remember to mark them on your action chart. Suddenly, a noise alerts you to unwelcome company. Dracarum are rushing along the tiled pathway that leads to the pens. I'll bet that brass whistle... Sorry, I'll bet that brass whistle is going to be useful for the bird. Running along the tiled pathway leads to the pens. Without a moment's hesitation, you turn and run inside the Itakar's enclosure. The great black bird beats its massive wings, cawing hoarsely through the domed pen. Caw! Caw! For those of you who play Slay the Spire, caw caw! Two black eyes, fierce and cold, fix you with a deadly stare as you edge near to its perch. Good birdie. Nice birdie. Grabbing the saddle pommel, you haul yourself up, but suddenly there is a flash of razor-sharp talons. Instinctively, you shield your face as a glint of orange sunlight is caught on the Itakar's curved beak, for it slashes the air barely inches above your head. If you have the Kai discipline of animal kinship, and we do, it can take many years for a rider to tame an Itakar, for by nature they are wild and malicious creatures. You use your Kai skill to communicate with the giant bird, singing this to him. This is what we sing to him. Huh. Oh yeah. And you don't stop. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. It fixes you with a cold black stare, but you sense that it is no longer hostile. As you settle in its wide saddle, you catch sight of the Dracarim as they stream across the gangplank. Quickly you lean forward, unhook the anchor rope from the saddle ring, and grab the thick leather reins. This is the soundtrack to Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, Carol. You are jerked backward in the saddle as the Itakar leaves its perch. It shrieks and caws, its wings beating as loud as thunder. A handful of Dracarim are scattered as if they were rag dolls as the great black bird emerges from the pen and takes to the sky. You catch a glimpse of the Drakkar, his death mask slashed in two by the bird's razor-sharp talons as he pitches from the landing platform and tumbles to his death in the palace gardens far below. Nice. That's metal right there. The golden domes of the Grand Palace grow smaller as the Itakar gathers speed. Soon you have passed over the city wall and are heading out towards the shimmering salt flats of Lake Inrahim. The land below is bathed in beautiful orange twilight as the sun slowly sinks behind the Dahir Mountains to the west. Elated by your escape, you throw back your head and give voice to a triumphant yell that is carried away on the chill evening wind. All right, we're going to go to Prince of Persia: Warrior Within. Soundtrack. There we go. As if in answer to your cry, an echoing chorus of shrieks pierce the sky. Fear returns to your heart as you catch sight of a flock of Kron! Kron! Hideous, leathery-winged flyers. Each carries a Drakkar warrior on its back. They're over a mile behind you, but they're quickly closing the gap. Less than an hour of light remains. If you can evade them a little longer, you may be able to lose them when night falls. You must decide in which direction to fly, for you are now above the center of Lake Inrahim. I'm going to save it here, by the way. Consult the map before making your decision. Do you wish to steer the Itakar south towards the Dahir Pass, or east towards the town of Chula? So, let's take a look at our map. Alright, so we've got south towards the Dahir Pass, which is this, I think. Or east towards the town of Chula. Let's see where Chula is. Okay, so here we are. So we either go this way, okay, or we go this way. Now, basically what we're just trying to do is basically get clear of our attackers so we can figure out where to go next. I'm guessing what we're going to have to eventually do is get back to Sommerland and basically tell the king that Vasagonia is lost. And we need to get we also need to get the Book of the Magna. But do we head south towards the pass, or do we head east? Chula Vista. All right, so all right, where should it be? South towards the Dahir Pass or east towards the town of Chula? Chula. So again, this way or this way. Do a curly Q. Oh, here or here. I could see it going either way. Like, I could imagine, one part of me thinks we go towards the east, we're going to a town, they could actually follow us more easily in the town. But then if we go to the pass, that could be really dangerous, especially at night. I have no idea. Hey, what's up, Optic? Optic, I'm mailing your book out tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow I am going to the post office and mailing out your book. So I shall do that tomorrow. Chula with our top hummus. Yep. Yeah, man, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is where it's at. Check out the new custom sub badges, Optic. We got custom sub badges. Lucathea's got a 6-month one. Kerflop in here recently subbed with Twitch, just subbed with Twitch Prime. He's got a white one, which is the base one. Yellow is 3 months. Dragon's got a bronze one. Elias also has a bronze one. Lucathea's got a red one. So, very exciting. Oh, nice. Thanks. Check out Non-Stops. See, that works with the Get Hype, too. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, so happy with these. So good. Okay, last call, folks. We going east towards the town of Chula, or are we going south towards the Dahir Pass? And one last time, this is what that looks like. So we're leaving the palace. We're trying to escape. We either head east here to try to escape the people who are flying behind us, or we head directly south. Yeah, that's basically what I did. That's what I did before I got the physical one, Echo, is I printed it out. I don't think I printed out the whole thing, though. I don't believe so. But anyway, I'm much happier to have the big, you know, actual hardcover one is a lot better. And Hilna's got the collector's one, actually. I didn't even get that. I didn't get the collector's edition. Illness has got it all, yeah. It's alright, though. He deserved it. He's a good dude. Alright. East it is. Let's do it. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. Okay. You can clearly see the main highway that links Chula to the capital. It crosses the desolate salt plain of Lake Inrahim by means of a causeway 30 feet high and is a useful landmark by which you can steer. Little stone houses with beaten earth roofs are grouped in small clusters along the highway, their numbers increasing as you draw nearer to the town. You are 5 miles from Chula when you notice a dark cloud hovering several hundred feet above one of the small villages. It is a cloud of Kron! They are moving to intercept you. Suddenly the Idakar squeals in pain and a splash of feathers billows out from its wing. Oh, here's the cover, guys. Here's the cover, I'm pretty sure. A Kron is closed in from behind. It is less than 100 yards distant. The Drakkar rider holsters an empty bronze crossbow and draws his black sword. His bolt has passed through the wing of your mount, and he prepares to strike as the Idakar loses height and speed. Alright, so the Kron and its rider are swooping on you from behind. You will only be able to fight for 1 round of combat before they are carried past by the momentum of their attack. Alright, let's do this. He's got a 20 combat skill, but we got Mind Blast. We got Mind Shield. Yeah, right, Lucathea? The Sommersword. And a Silver Helmet. That's a 6 ratio. Booyah, 6 ratio. Let's see it. That's what I'm talking about. Bam! That could even be an instant kill. Is that an instant kill? Not quite. But it's 14 points of damage. They definitely lose more endurance points than me. It's like Joust. We're basically playing Joust, the video game Joust. Your blow has opened a wide gash in both the Drakkar and his mount. The Kron spins uncontrollably, discarding its black-clad rider as it spirals earthwards. With the terrible cries of the doomed Drakkar fading below, you wheel to the south to avoid being caught between the 2 converging squadrons of Kron riders. The quick change of direction increases the distance between you and your pursuers, but the Idakar is badly wounded and you are close to despair. Your mount is losing so much blood that it could lapse into unconsciousness at any moment, dropping you like a stone onto Lake Inrahim. Suddenly you spot something in the distance. It is a sight that renews your faith in miracles. It is a sight of an F-15. No, I don't know. Emerging from a bank of cloud on the skyline is a flying ship. It is an F-15. It is a small craft no bigger than an Unaram river barge with two triangular sails swept back either side of its curving prow. In the fading twilight, you can make out a long pennant that flutters from its mast. A faint humming reaches your ears. Your first reaction is disbelief. What you are seeing must be a trick of the light or some fiendish illusion created by the Dark Lords. However, as the ship floats nearer, your senses tell you that it is indeed quite real. If you possess a crystal star pendant, and we do, standing at a fortified place. It's our boy Baindon! Baindon is back! It's the dude that we saved in Book 1. See, I love that. I love that it does that. It's the guy that we saved in Book 1 that was being attacked by a bunch of the Dark Lords, Darkspawn, whatever they were, and we saved him and he gave us his crystal star pendant. That's badass. Standing at a fortified platform in the center of a strange craft is a blonde-haired young man with deep, brooding eyes. Instantly you recognize him. It is Baindon, the young psalm-lending magician who gave you the crystal star pendant at the ruins of Ramus after you saved his life in a Giak ambush. You are so stunned by his unexpected appearance that you fail to notice the blood seeping from the Idakar's mouth. The creature is near to death. Suddenly the great bird lets out a pitiful and agonized caw. Its wings stiffen. Oh, that's right, Lucathea, yeah. Its wings stiffen and its head falls limp as the last flicker of life escapes from its torn body. Oh boy. It pitches you forward, and your stomach heaves as you plummet towards Lake Inrahim. Pick a number. Oh god. 9? Is that death? God damn it! You tumble earthwards, blurred colors flashing before your eyes. The Kron Riders, the sky ship, and the distant horizon all melt into a kaleidoscope of shapes, the last images you see before smashing into the hard and barren salt plain of Lake Inrahim. Your life and the hopes of Sommerland end here. God damn it! Fortunately, we didn't save that long ago, but good grief, man. Alright. We're gonna go back. Do this. God damn it. Literally, that was the only thing, just that number, that could have killed us. Oh, man. That was crap. Such crap. Oh, well. It's our boy Baindon, man. Alright, so we were pretty close anyway. Alright. Thanks, Elias, for the 10 cheer. We got 8 again. Alright, let me save this here because we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We basically just want to make sure that we get a better number. Let's go for 0 to 4 here then. 0? Yeah, alright. That's more like it. I have to say, Lone Wolf doesn't do that too much, so I can't complain too much. Fighting Fantasy does that random number you die thing all the time. As you tumble earthwards, a blur of color flashes before your eyes as the Kron Riders, the sky ship, and the distant horizon all melt into a kaleidoscope of shapes and images, which you fear will be the last things you will ever see. You have prepared yourself for death and are calm and relaxed, when suddenly you feel your body entwined by a mass of sticky fibers. There is a terrific jolt, which leaves you breathless and stunned. The impossible is happening. You are no longer falling, but rising. A net of clinging strands has caught you like a fly in a web. You rise up into the sky towards the flying ship as quickly as you fell. I think this deserves one of these moments, guys. Sorry, I felt the need for that. Right. However, there's no time to escape to express your gratitude, for the small sky ship is under attack from the Kron Riders. At the end of the outrigger, a dwarf is engaged in hand-to-hand combat with a snarling Drakkar. He is obviously losing. As you rush to his aid, another of the evil warriors lands in the center of the craft, on top of the fortified platform. Do you wish to help the dwarf or leap from the outrigger onto the platform? Alright. What should we do? We're gonna help the dwarf or leap from the outrigger onto the platform. We're gonna hashtag save the dwarf. Hashtag save Thorin. This soundtrack isn't as good as the other one, but... like, you know, this is fine, but it's just like sort of standard straight ahead metal, whereas I was kind of hoping for, you know, have a dwarf round to their knowledge of structures in mead. Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag save the mead. Alright, last call, folks. Last call, whether we're going to save the dwarf or leap from the outrigger onto the platform. Smash is the result from that. Alright. So we're going to help the dwarf. Let's do it. Let's help the dwarf. The Drakkar is strangling the dwarf. As he catches sight of you, he releases his grip and smashes his mailed fist into the dwarf's face, sending him tumbling into space. God damn it. You were inflamed by this cold-blooded murder. You draw your weapon and attack. Due to the speed of your attack, do not deduct any of your own endurance points in the first round of combat. Jerk. You will pay. Yeah, not my Star Wars. 10. Look at this. This is going to be an instant kill, I think. This is going to be an instant kill. Yep. We're so angry at the guy that we literally are just like decapitated. We're just like, ow! Killed. Death. The Drakkar falls to his knees and makes a horrible rasping noise. Oh, that's okay. No problem, Caro. That's okay. We all agreed to help the dwarf anyway, except that he murdered him, so then vengeance. The Drakkar falls to his knees and makes a horrible rasping noise as he tries in vain to prise open his shattered death mask. Your blows have staved in his helm, and the buckled metal has fractured his skull. You lash out with your foot and kick him from the outrigger, sending him spiraling down to Lake Inrahim to join the dwarf he murdered. But the dwarf is neither dead nor hundreds of feet below. The dwarf lived! Thorin is still alive! He hangs by his foot unconscious, snagged in the netting below the outrigger boards. You grab the dwarf's leg and haul him to safety before continuing the fight. Yes! The dwarf is saved! The platform looks empty. No heads are showing above its armored parapet, but you sense something is wrong. Instinctively, you leap from the outrigger onto the main hull, your weapon poised to strike. Ducking beneath the boom sail, you clamber onto the platform in time to witness a desperate struggle. The blonde-haired magician is pinned to the deck, his left arm skewered by a spear. What? No, Baindon, no! With a staff in his right hand, he's trying to fend off the dismounted Kron rider. The Drakkar senses your presence. He whirls round and draws a twisted black scimitar from its scabbard. All right. The time has come, jerk. Time to face the Sommersword. 8 combat ratio, go! That's bad. That is very bad. Even with an 8 ratio, that's bad. In fact, that's the worst it could possibly be. 7 damage. We still did 7 damage. An Esper hard copy. Yes. I think so. It's going to be available at a lot of local stores. I don't know. Oh, actually, you know what? All I have here is the link for the... all I have right now is the link to... I only have the drive-through RPG link. To the PDF. I'm just looking to see if it's like one other spot. Yeah, I know. You were talking about Tales from the Loop. You were saying it was solid. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it just brings you back to the PDF. I think the hard copies are only right now available on... yeah, so it's going to be at local. It's going to be at local gaming stores. So it is not currently available. It's not available directly through them. It's going to be available at local gaming stores. So they're not selling it directly, I don't think. So either at cons, Optic, or at a local game store. Yeah, but I'm so happy about Eberron, though, I gotta say. Okay, all right, let's, we gotta fight this guy again. Now, come on, no more of these ones. Forget the one nonsense. Let's go. Let's get a high number here. 4 is not great either. We gotta get this done in 3 rounds of combat or less. We need a high number. Still 10 points of damage. Come on, give me one more. Oh, yeah, Brahms, really? That's cool. 8, 8, 8, 8, 6. 6 ought to be enough, I hope. Thank you for the host, DMC. Think a 6 is enough. Yes, that'll be enough. Woo! Alright, we won just in time, and the fight lasted 3 rounds of combat or less. The Drakkar curses you with his dying breath, his cry fading as he falls from the platform. So that goes like this. You son of a bitch! That's what that sounds like. You mother... This is some bullshit. You rush to aid your wounded countrymen, but the battle is not yet over. A Kron rider is swooping towards you, a crossbow leveled at your head. He fires and the bolt shoots towards your face. Then a shrill metallic whine rings in your ears as the bolt miraculously ricochets away, deflected by an invisible shield. It's my boy Baindon. And yes, we have a crystal star pendant. Baindon lowers his staff, the trace of a wry smile on his pain-racked face. Alas, I was too slow to protect myself, Lone Wolf, he says, glancing at his arm. With my last breath, I curse Lone Wolf. You kneel at his side and free the spear that pins him to the floor. The wound is serious. Hastily, you staunch the bleeding with strips of cloth torn from his dark blue robes. You recognize the robes, for they are the attire of a journeymaster. It seems that young Baindon has achieved distinction among his brother magicians since last you met. It appears that we are fated to meet in their company, he says, still watching the Kron riders anxiously. Help me to my feet. We must escape before they drag us from the sky. You support the magician as he grasps the ship's helm, a radiant crystal sphere with hundreds of glowing facets set in a slim silver rod. No sooner has his hand closed around the crystal than there is a tremendous explosion. All right, gotta bring in the engineers. Oh, really? Is it related? Is it like fantasy oriented at all, Optic, or is it just like XCOM setting? The explosion is followed by a huge cloud of smoke which engulfs the cabin perched on the rear deck. As the noise rumbles across the desolate salt plain, is he got a quill in his head? You hear the agonizing shriek of a wounded Kron. It spirals past the platform, a ragged hole rent in his broken wing. The smoke clears to reveal the grinning face of a dwarf at the cabin window. A smear of soot blackens his rosy cheeks and exaggerates the whiteness of his crooked teeth. He is holding a tube of smoking steel that you assume to be a magic staff, until you notice that each of the dwarf crew carry identical staves. As they point them at the swooping Kron, gounts of smoke and flame bellow from their tips. Suddenly you recognize the weapons and their wielders. They are dwarves from the mountain kingdom of Bor, armed with one of the inventions for which these ingenious artisans are justly famous throughout Magnamund. The Kron are terrified by the noise. They turn their leathery tails and fly away, their Drakkar riders powerless to stop them. The primitive guns have claimed only one victim, but nevertheless, they have driven off the enemy and saved the skyship from disaster. Hell yeah. Let's save that. Baindon steers the craft about, banking steeply until the ship faces the darkening peaks of the southern mountains and the distinct V-shaped cleft of the Dahir Pass. So we are going to the Dahir Pass. All right. Let's pick a number. I'm hoping 3 to 9 is better. Let's see. The dwarves are clearing the deck of battle debris. A dead Drakkar lies sprawled face down across a pile of chests and sacks roped beneath the boom sail. As the dwarves grab his legs to cast him over the side. I know, right, Lucathea? But in fairness, though, this is back in like 89, 90. Like, this is pretty early. So in fairness, you know, if it's doing it in 2018, you could be like, but... As the dwarves grab his legs to cast him over the side, he suddenly springs to life, sending the dwarves tumbling in all directions. He screams like a fiend, his black axe cutting a wild arc around his blood-smeared body. A curse vile and evil echoes from his death mask as he draws back the axe to throw. His target is you. Okay, those of you who have seen the greatest action movie of all time, Die Hard, do you remember what happens at the very end of Die Hard? Guy comes out of the building, like somehow after, like, totally being dead. Yeah, definitely you can, Optic. Alright, if you have the Kai discipline of hunting or Sixth Sense, we have both. You dive aside, your Kai skill saving you from the axe that is spinning towards the platform. Suddenly, a deafening bang rings out, and the Drakkar is flung backwards, his breastplate torn open by dwarf shot. He gives a long... Yeah, Carl, the Unbreakable. He gives a long, agonizing death cry as he disappears from sight, tumbling into the darkness that surrounds the speeding skyship. As if in answer to the shot, a menacing roll of thunder rumbles across the darkening plain from Barakish. It is as if the city itself were cursing your escape. Baindon appears at your side, his face lined with concern. As he offers a shaky hand to help you to your feet, you notice that the makeshift bandage which binds his wound is soaked with blood. He is pale and weak and close to collapse. If you have the Kai discipline of healing... I'm glad that we got to this book after the other ones, because, man, we have needed these disciplines like nobody's joke. If you have the Kai discipline of healing, we do. Clasping your hands around Baindon's injured arm, you concentrate your Kai skill on healing the torn muscle and splintered bone. The warmth of your healing power numbs the pain and repairs the internal damage sufficiently to be able to remove the blood-soaked strips of cloth. The wound is still open, but you have saved the limb. "We'll help him now, Lone Wolf," shouts a strange voice. You're surprised by this bold claim and turn round to discover who has made it. Two dwarves clamber onto the platform and hurry to their young captain's side. Okay, I'm going to save it here because this is clearly a break point here. One flicks open a red velvet satchel strapped to his barrel-like chest and removes a glass vial and a clean linen bandage. They attend to the wound, and as his strength returns, Baindon listens intently to your account of the terrifying events that have led up to this meeting. As you conclude your woeful tale, Baindon speaks, his voice full of grim determination. True, that's true, Echo, yep. It's one of the many great things about that movie, how it does that. The future of Summerland rests in our hands, Lone Wolf. We must stop Dark Lord Haken from destroying the Book of the Magna Kai. I have heard tell of the tomb of the Mahjong from the Nomads of the Dry Main. They say it is a terrible place, a place of horror and death, for what little there is left to die there. It lies beyond the Dahir, near the oasis of Bal Lofton. That is all I know, for the Mahjong hid their tombs well, and what few traces remained have long since disappeared beneath the shifting sands of the Dry Main. Well, crap. Your face conveys the disappointment you feel upon hearing these words. However, all is not lost, says Baindon, undaunted. There is a man who can guide us there. His name is Tipasa Edaruk, Tipasa the Wanderer. I definitely want a guy as my guide whose name is Tipsy, right? I got it. You go this way. It is he who we must seek, for he is the only man who has ever entered the tomb of the Mahjong and lived to tell the tale. Baindon takes over the hell. What's up, Stump? How you doing, man? Welcome, Stump. Tipsy Russell, yeah, exactly. How you doing, Stump? Hey, check out, we got our custom sub badges, Stump. We got them in, so we got our sub badges are in place. It's very cool. Good to see you, dude. Hope all's well. Visibility diminishes with each... Baindon takes over the helm as his extraordinary ship, the Sky Rider, as the dwarves call it, speeds towards the gathering darkness towards the Dahir Pass. Visibility diminishes with each passing minute until finally you can see no further than the outriggers. You feel uneasy. If the Sky Rider veers but a fraction off course, you'll be smashed to pieces against the mountainside. Suddenly you hear, "This is pod racing." No. Do not worry, Lone Wolf says, "Oh, you're working? Yeah, I hear you, man." We totally do. Yeah, with a little dotted line. Well, it's like towards the Dahir Pass, so we actually do have that a little bit. Like, so you need to imagine, like, ... right? Because we're heading towards the Dahir Pass, ... Chaotix, hey! It's the man himself. Everybody give, give some love to Chaotix. Because Chaotix is the guy who is responsible for doing the amazing custom sub badges that you see. Look at all of them. We got all of them here, Chaotix. The only thing we don't have is yellow, which is the 3-month. But we've got... Aw, Stump-O-Matic with the sub. Thank you, dude. You didn't need to do that, Stump, but thanks, bro. Thank you, thank you. So check it out. We have sub badges now. Look at that. Thank you so much, Stump. Much appreciated, dude. So we got Kerflop has got the white one. Dragon Spear's got the bronze one. Nonstop's the bronze one. Lucathea's got the red one. So yeah, all Chaotix work, man. Good stuff. Look at that. I dig it. Thank you so much, Stump. I appreciate that, dude, very much. Thank you, sir. Where was I? Yes. Visible, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you feel uneasy. If the Skyrider veers but a fraction off course, he'll be smashed to pieces against the mountainside. Do not worry, Lone Wolf, says Nolrim, the dwarf with the velvet satchel. A captain will see us through. Baindon stands with his hand resting lightly on the glowing crystal, relaxed as if in a trance. His eyes are closed, and a crackle of energy like fine white lightning traces an intricate pattern over his forehead and temples. The dwarf leads you to the cabin at the rear of the craft, where the crew are excitedly recounting their victory over the Kron Riders. They are seated about a table cluttered with plates of steaming food and jugs of foaming ale. The rich smell of spiced meat and boar brew fills your nostrils, reminding you of how ravenously hungry you are. You make short work of the meat and marrow placed before you. Restore 3 endurance points. All non-subs. If you sub today, Arv will do a full series playthrough of Wizardry. I can't even begin to tell you how excited he is for this. So excited that he will absolutely not do that ever. However, I appreciate your attempted troll. Your troll has failed. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Just kidding. I tried. Look, I gave Wizardry the old college try. I really did. I really did. Oh, man. However, you're unsure about accepting a jug of ale. Boar brew is so strong that in many cities of Magnamund it has been banned for fear of the havoc it can cause. Oh boy. So what should we do? Should we accept? All right. Do we accept the jug of the notorious ale, or do we decline the offer? Yeah, look, like I said, I gave Wizardry the old college try, but, Wizardry 8, but... So yeah, Chaotix, look at how good those freaking quills look, man. So good. Well, see, Dragon Spear's not allowed to like them because that would mean that he'd be taking away from his beloved Ultima series. Which I assume you've been watching some of Kilgore playing through those. He was playing, I think it was Ultima 5 last night on GOG. Yeah. It was 5, yeah. Ultima 5. Yeah, I knew it was Warriors of Destiny. Okay. It's even got color now. Very exciting. So right now we've got a, yeah, exactly. What's our constitution? I mean, we have the Sommersword, right? So I feel like if anything goes wrong, we just sort of touch the Sommersword to our body and somehow all the ale will be fine. I don't know. I'm just beginning to believe the Sommersword solves all problems. Yeah, Dragon, I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I'm worried about, so Ultima 7, the Black Gate, I loved. I played that in college. I played the Serpent Isle as well. Amazing. It's dated now graphically, but I liked that a lot when I was younger. I also, and have played, and I still think this holds up, Ultima Underworld. And I played Ultima Underworld 2, which was great also. I'm worried about Underworld Ascendant. As you folks know, I actually interviewed Paul Neurath about that a couple of years ago. I thought it looked great. And, like, they released an early, like, an alpha build of it earlier this year. And basically a lot of people were like, this needs a lot of work. And then they were like, we're going to release it this year. And a lot of people were like, how? So I am very concerned that they basically have run out of money and time. And so they're releasing a game that honestly needs another year or two. Which is, it wouldn't be the first time that a game has been released before it was ready. I was all pumped up to make that like a main video game focus, when that game came out, but I don't know. Worried. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I really wanted it to succeed, though. Because, I mean, like I say, arguably, I've always said that Legend of Zelda turned me into a console gamer. Made me enjoy console games. Although Intellivision did that also, but if you want to count the new modern consoles, Legend of Zelda was life-changing for me from a game point of view. But on PC, that was Ultima Underworld. Ultima Underworld completely changed me in terms of my PC gaming stuff. So those games, to me, Legend of Zelda and Ultima Underworld are both like top 4. Ultima Underworld is probably top 3. I think Final Fantasy Tactics may be my favorite game of all time. It's close, though. But like top 3 is like Ultima Underworld, and then Final Fantasy Tactics is somewhere in that thing. So, oh man. All right, going once, going twice. Okay, we're gonna accept the jug. The ale is thick and creamy with a taste like malted apples. You lower the half-empty tankard and wipe away the froth from your lips with your sleeve. Pick a number from the random number table. If your current endurance point total is less than 15, deduct 2. Okay, it's not. If your endurance point total is above 25, add 2, and it is. And we have reached the Kai rank of Savant, add 3. So we need to get a 2 or better. 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 9! No problem. We can handle this easily. The dwarves continue their meal, pausing only to light large hooded pipes. Terry, this 2 weeks is traveling. This is why we're not doing the next Adventures of Middle-earth session until 2 weeks from today. The 28th, I believe it is when she'll be doing the next Middle-earth session with us. But she's traveling for 2 weeks, so that's why she couldn't do Lone Wolf this month. I mean, she couldn't do the illustrations this month. That's why. Vandal Hearts is good too. Yes. Oh, and you know that I streamed Pool of Radiance on here, Optic. I have Curse of the Azure Bonds that I'll probably play down the line at some point. But I like those games a lot. Final Fantasy Tactics Vandal Hearts was great. Also, Front Mission 3. Front Mission 3 is very good. A lot like Tactics, except with a sci-fi setting and with mechs, basically. But it has a lot of sort of images as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Beg your pardon. Sorry about that. Thanks. Oh, dude, it was so funny. I was just doing it, and I'm like doing this thing. It was like, cha-cha! And he's like, he was so funny. So, okay, here we go. So, through the bluish hue of the pipe smoke that clouds the low cabin roof, you notice they are casting nervous glances at you as if you might explode at any moment. After 5 minutes have passed, Nolrim raises his tankard and proclaims a toast. To Lone Wolf, a man among dwarves! The dwarves guffaw at Nolrim's wry toast and raise their tankards in a salute to your courage and fortitude. The boar brew has loosened their tongues, and they are eager to tell you of their past exploits. Is that true, Nonstop? Really? Turn to 291. I'm not going to say absolutely anything that's going to get me in trouble, Day _ except to say it's got to be pretty good. It has to be pretty good. All right. You learn that the dwarves were once the crew of a more conventional vessel, a merchantman that sailed the Tentarias of southern Magnamund. The Tentarias is a vast expanse of lakes and landlocked seas which connect to form a continuous canal stretching nearly 3,000 miles. They were created, as was the Rime-Rift of Duranor, by a massive landslide. 3 years ago, the dwarves' former captain, a dwarf named Quan, lost his ship, cargo, and crew whilst gambling at cards. It seems the unfortunate captain was unaware of Bainden's true profession until it was far too late. Oh, nice. So Bainden gambled this ship? He won this ship by gambling it? Ah, Bainden's a bro. As a result, Bainden became the dwarves' captain, and ever since they have adventured with him across the lands and skies of southern Magnamund. The Skyrider itself was given to Bainden by the magicians of Desi in return for his help in defeating the Gagadoth, a monstrous creature that terrorized their land over which their own sorcery could not prevail. He pulled a Qui-Gon, yep. The Skyrider was traveling from Desi on its way to Barakish when you appeared. The dwarves have overheard your talk with Bainden and are excited by the prospects of a new adventure. They seem undaunted by the deadly dangers that it will clearly involve. Cut to the dwarves. We're undaunted by the deadly dangers this adventure will certainly involve. Right, lads? Anyone who can hold down ale is worth us following. The fatigue of your ordeal finally catches up with you. You're finding it impossible to keep your eyes open. Nolrim shows you to a bunk in the hull of the Skyrider. Gratefully, you climb into bed and pull the blankets over your aching limbs. Nolrim apologizes that the bunk is too short, but his words fall on deaf ears. You were already asleep. Restore 2 endurance points, which we didn't need to anyway, for this much-needed rest. Okay. Save that. Alrighty. You wake shortly after dawn to the sound of stirring dwarves and the low hum of the Skyrider. Gathering your equipment, you climb on deck to find everything in shadow, for the Skyrider is hovering beneath a massive outcrop of sandstone that juts out from the side of a mountain, thousands of feet above the valley floor below. Baindon stands at the helm, but he is no longer in a trance. "Kron riders," he says, pointing to the sun-bleached valley beyond the shadows. "They arrived with the dawn." You stare out across this alien landscape, a mountain valley filled with pillars of massive and precariously balanced boulders. The Vasagonians call this place the Khuz, the Needles. The rocky columns reach so high into the sky that an avalanche seems unavoidable. Perched upon 2 of the columns are Kron, their Drakkar riders scouring the valley with telescopes. An hour passes before they take to the air and disappear. "Trim the boom sail, Bosun Nolrim," Odd orders Baindon, his voice barely audible above the increasing hum of the Skyrider. "We've a fast run ahead." If you possess a black crystal cube, we do not. The voyage through the Khuz is breathtaking. The Skyrider, there it is, glides between the towers of rock that rise from the valley floor with fantastic and unearthly grandeur. Far below, sulphurous water bubbles from fissures in the orange ground and streams of hissing lava carve circular channels which glow like motes of liquid fire. You watch the sky, but there are no signs of the enemy. "Ikaresh," says Baindon pensively. "The Eagle's Lair. That is where we will find Tipasa the Wanderer. It is the place of his birth and the home of his family. He roams the dry main, but he always returns to Ikaresh." It is late afternoon when you reach the hills beyond the Khuz that overlook the town of Ikaresh. Baindon moors the Skyrider to a pinnacle of stone, and a rope ladder is lowered to the ground. It has been decided that you and he will enter Ikaresh on foot and locate Tipasa, while Nolrim and his crew... Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, good, we're good to go. While Nolrim and his crew wait in hiding for you to return, the sight of the Skyrider hovering above the mountain town would be sure to arouse unwanted interest in your arrival. You and Baindon prepare yourselves for your mission by staining your skins with brown kapala berries and dressing in the gray and white robes commonly worn by the mountain people of this region. You bid farewell to Nolrim and set off across the barren hills. Let's pick a number, and I hope we're looking at 3 to 9. Okay. You trudge through the loose red sand, your faces covered to protect them from the dust and the blazing heat. Suddenly we're in Dune. The landscape is stark and desolate. All that seems to thrive here is the wire-hard grass that scratches your boots and leggings. You soon come across a dried riverbed that leads to a cave in the orange sandstone hillside. A wooden plaque is nailed by the mouth of the cave, but you are unable to understand the strange words painted on its sun-blistered surface. Do you wish to investigate the cave or press on towards Ikaresh? And there we go. What do we want to do? Investigate the cave or press on towards Ikaresh? This music is actually reminding me of Uncharted. Quick programming note, by the way, we're going to go for about another 20 minutes or so today, and then I will have to wrap up because at the top of the hour, I've got some Battletech to play as I come close to wrapping up that game over at GOG, Pen and Pixels. And then tonight, this evening, remember, a special stream with the R Vocalists and Crosscode. So that'll be coming tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern right back here on this channel. And thank you all for being here. Free, free, let them free. Free, free, set them free. This feels like the lead into a Sting song. Or the other one. A dream of rain, ole, ole. Desert Rose. That's been Dragon Spear all day today, Chaotix. All day today. All right, last call. Looks like we're heading towards investigate the cave pretty strongly. This is the traveling through the desert, thinking about investigating music. All right, looks pretty strongly in favor of investigating the cave, so let's do it. Rows of stalactites hang from the roof of the cave like the fangs of some incredible monster, and the bubbling, oh sorry Echo, of a distant geyser, but they all did what you did anyway, echoes eerily through the unknown depths. You begin to explore, yeah, exactly. You begin to explore and eventually reach a place where a natural, this is the first grammatical mistake I've seen, typo I mean, should be where, W-H instead of were. A natural bridge of rock arches over a steaming course of water red with ore. Huddled beneath the bridge is a pathetic figure, its body bent and emaciated. A tattered blanket covers his face, and in his withered hands he clutches a crude fishing rod. A small catch of lava crabs lies on the bank, their claws twitching as they slowly die. As you move nearer, the figure raises his face to stare at you. It is a man, but the sight of his face shocks you to the core. A leper, probably. We do have the Kai discipline of healing. The old man's face is a mask of putrescent green sores. The pupils of his eyes are yellow, and his ragged gray lips hang in tatters. He suffers from vaxillus, an infectious disease that rots the skin and attacks the nerves, resulting in hideous mutilation and deformity. He's been cast from his community, banished to this cave where he must eke out his last few years of life in misery and solitude. We don't have a weed herb. Oh man, we don't have any herb to give him. Oh, well, we have to leave the cave. Poor guy. You race along the rock-strewn cave, eager to escape from the infected old man. The horrific, oh my god, stories you've heard about of Axelis make you careless in your haste, and you lose 2 items from your backpack. What? Oh, god damn it. Alright. So, we have to lose 2 things from our backpack. This sucks. Alright, this is what we got. We got a potion of black graveweed, which is a poison. We've got a whip. We've got a rope. We got a potion of Lompspur. We've got a meal. Silver comb, an hourglass, and a prism. If you were to take my advice, that sucked. If you were to take my advice, my suggestion would be that we go for the meal and the potion, because our hunting means that we normally can find stuff to eat without having to worry about a meal, and the potion of Lompspur is only plus 4 EP, and we already have the healing discipline. So if it were me, I'd say potion plus meal, but what do you guys think? Because we have to lose 2 items. Man, that sucked. I don't know what good the comb is, to be honest with you. I don't know. But I feel like getting rid of the comb worries me, because I'm like, what if we need it later, you know? Like, what if later on we come across a hag, and she's like, if only I had a silver comb, I would give you the book of the Magna Chi, you know? Like, that's just my thought, though. But I'm not going to put up a vote for this. I'm just basically soliciting suggestions. So, are we good with potion and meal? Or what? This is exactly what a hag sounds like. Okay. Alrighty. So we lose the potion. And we lose the meal. Shoot. Gosh darn it. Once outside the cave, you and Baindon waste no time in pressing on towards Ikaresh. As you near the outskirts of the town, you pass a small, round hut where a goat is eating from a manger near the door. A man appears in the darkened doorway and bids you welcome. He touches his forehead in a salute of friendship and invites you to enter his humble home. If you have the Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, we do. You sense that the man's show of friendship is genuine. He may be able to help you find Tapasa the Wanderer if you accept his hospitality. So, what should we do? Enter the home? Or press on towards Ikaresh? What should we do? If you get werenets, this comb I seized from a palace in the south. I think you can make an argument that Sixth Sense is the most useful of all the skills. Because I feel like there have been multiple occasions where we've gotten good stuff out of that. Out of Sixth Sense. Alright, I'm going to last call this because I think people are on board with this, but I just want to make sure. Last call, last call. Again, quick note, we got about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to do the final vote for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and then I will wrap up, and I'll be back at the top of the hour over in GOG and Pen and Pixels with Battletech. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You know what? You're right, TNS. I take that back. You're right. Healing has probably been the best one. Although hunting was useful too, but you're probably right. It probably is hunting, and healing, Sixth Sense, and then hunting. I think those were the three in the order that I would place them. Yes, Rob is going to be on Crosscode tonight. Yep. It'll be the whole crew except for Bonnie, who again, July and August are impossible for her, but things will calm down for her considerably in September, so she should be back with us next month. But yeah, tonight is Zach, Rob, and Russ. Yeah, I mean, like, healing is not sexy, right? But it's kind of useful. This is sort of like what people say when you start an MMO, and with the healers, they're always like, I don't know, all you do is heal, blah, blah, blah. Until they go in a group, and then healers become the most powerful people of all, like, the most popular people ever. Can you heal? Can you heal? Healing? Heal? Healing did help Baindon. No, that's right. That's right. Oh, you have the meeting at City Hall? Are you preparing to run for mayor, Echo? We got some use out of Mind Over Matter. I forget which one we just added. I think we might have just added Mind Over Matter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we're looking at entering his home. Okay. Extra share of treasures. It should be. The man is short of stature, but broad-shouldered and strongly built, physical characteristics common among the tough mountain dwellers in Vasagonia. He pulls a cork from a bottle of lime green wine and pours 3 large measures into earthenware cups. Kusha! He exclaims, and downs the wine in one swift gulp. Do you wish to follow his example and drink the strange wine, or don't drink it? Look, we already survived Dwarven Ale, so we're probably fine, right? I love that he's asking us to drink his wine before we ask him about Tipsy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, thanks for the host, Taco. What's up, man? Welcome, welcome, Taco. And for those of you who have just popped in, if you notice there's some new symbols in chat, those are our custom sub badges, and we've had a bunch of them on display today. Kerflop has got the one for 1 month, for the just having subbed for Twitch Prime. The 3-month one is yellow. We don't have any 3-month people in here right now. We have the 6-month people, though, and we've got a few people like Lucathea and I think Stump, which have the red ones. And then we've got the year-long ones are the bronze ones. Chaotix, Dragon Spear, and a few others have that. Uncle Elias, Nonstop, they all have the bronze one. Cloud Kingdom, I think, is a red as well. And Brahms, I think, is a white. So, yeah. So we have new sub-icons, which is very exciting. Super pro. Only the truly tipsy can find Tapasa. All right, I'm going to last call. I'm going to last call the decision about whether to drink. Last call. Not for alcohol, but for your decision about drinking alcohol. Well, this is what I would say to that, Kerflop. First of all, giving me more reach to new viewers is always a good thing. Secondly, the more, and this is just a guess, but obviously Twitch wants to see not only how many people you have on your own channel, but how many other broadcasters host as well. The most important thing is people viewing on the actual specific channel, but hosting is really useful because it demonstrates that there are other streamers and people on Twitch who want to support you, and people who watch on their channel on your channel, let's say if you're hosting, can then go over to my channel and become part of this community, which helps the numbers as a whole. So hosting is always a good thing. Yes, hosting is always a positive, so You're having a beer in real life? Nice, nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It definitely helps. Close poll. Yes, I hide. Plus, every time someone hosts, you get to hear the Thundercat song. So that's always good. All right. So we are going to drink the wine. Despite your misgivings, the lime green wine, ooh, tastes delicious. A warm glow radiates slowly from your stomach, filling you with a comfortable sense of well-being. Restore 2 endurance points. The man looks delighted by your reaction to his wine and offers to sell you a bottle for 5 gold crowns. Do you wish to buy a bottle of Corsa? Pay the man 5 gold coins, make the necessary adjustments. There's enough Corsa on the bottle to restore a further 4 endurance points. Oh, we can get back the potion we just lost, guys. We have 50 gold crowns, so we got plenty of money. So, what do you want to do that? Should we buy a bottle of Corsa for 5 gold? We should probably do that, right? I'm not even going to put up a vote for that. I'm assuming yes, right? Like 5 gold? Yeah, I felt like we should. I agree. Okay. Plus 2 EP times 2. So it's 2 doses. Each time restores 2 hit points. Okay, cool. So, if you wish to question about Tipasa the Wanderer. Okay, I'm not even going to ask about that because obviously that's what we were doing. Ah, Tipasa, he replies thoughtfully. He lives near the Duga market, but exactly where his home is, I am not sure. I haven't seen old Tipasa for years. If you should find him, remind him of Kamsin the goat herd. He still owes me 12 crowns. That I have not forgotten. You thank the goat herd for his help and bid him farewell before continuing your trek to Ikaresh. Alright. So, he supposedly is near the Duga market. That's what the guy said. He said that he's near Duga market. You follow a path, excuse me, along a dry gully, the bed of an ancient river that once flowed through the mountains. An arid breeze blows eddies of red dust along the banks of dead earth. The white-walled... Oh, here it comes. Nice, thank you, Caro. The white-walled buildings of Ikaresh suddenly appear, and as the dust settles, you find yourself standing in a small square close to the open archway of the town's east gate. Perched upon a tall basalt monolith in the center of the square is an eagle, the emblem of this mountain town cast in bronze. 3 bronze arrows are held in its beak, each indicating an exit from the square. Do we go north towards the Duga Market, west towards the main square, or south along the Avenue of Eagles? Alright, here we go. So, you guys were paying attention to our boy, the goat herd. Our good friend that just sold us the stuff. You should know which direction to go, if you're paying attention. Whoops. Look at that double bass. Vote 2 because I like the name. But were you folks playing the... Yeah. TNS was paying attention. TNS was paying attention to where they thought that, where What's-His-Face lived. Our boy Tipasa. Stop spoiling. Don't you remember the delicious wine? Don't you remember the delicious wine, Chaotix? It was so scrumptious. Read any good fantasy lately? Absolutely, I have. I read good fantasy all the time. I have an hour in commute. I'm looking for another audiobook. Oh, that's a good question. Well, you know what? Well, this is science fiction. This is a little bit... I'm just going to show you this just because this is on my desk. So, This is Battletech Embers of War by Jason Schmetzer. This is not fantasy, it's science fiction. But the reason I mention it is because, since you mentioned the audiobook, Trendane, thank you, Kerflop, for the host, I appreciate it. Because this was, the Trendane did the audiobook for this. So you can actually get an audio of Trendane Sparks reading this to you. So if you're looking for an audiobook of something that I happen to be reading soon, that's what this is. If you're looking for standard fantasy, yeah, definitely all the time. In fact, I'll give a shout out to... I'm going to do an unusual one here, but I will give a shout out to a friend of mine. And let me actually pull this up here. Because I was just talking to this guy. There it is. So there's a book called... Let me see if I can find a link for it. There is a book called The Shadow Guide. And a guy I know who actually used to write in the Storm Talons universe like I did, recently had this book released and it was released by Crossroad Press. And it is on Kindle, so I'm going to put a link up here. Richard Lee Byers. There we go. Richard Lee Byers is just a good professional writer who's been at this for a very long time. And so this is a solid thing that you could actually check out. Now, the problem is that I don't know about what the audiobook situation is with that. But I can recommend, because I've actually had a chance to read. I didn't read the whole thing yet. I've read a good portion of it, though. And I thought it was pretty well done. But I do not know yet about the audio. I do know that Crossroad, does a whole lot of stuff in audio. And so I can see them doing that here as well, that this will eventually come to audio. So I only mentioned it because it just is like been on my mind, those two ones that are there. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I could give you any kind of recommendations you want. City in the City is one of my favorite books the last 10 years. That is amazing. That's kind of like a police procedural combined with more modern fantasy. If you're looking for more traditional fantasy, anything by Brandon Sanderson would do. There is my friend Mike Underwood's work, Shield and Crocus, which is kind of like fantasy superhero, and I think that's available. I'm pretty sure it's available on audio. That's Mike Underwood, also known as Turbo Tango, here on chat. Those ones would do as well. So any of those would be possibilities. And yeah, I mean, like Wheel of Time and Oathbringer, and those are all great too. But those would be good examples. So I would recommend any of those. Check out Richard Lee Byers' Shadow Guide if you want an audiobook. Yeah. Like I say, like Richard's is just a good professional writer. So you don't get any duds from him. Like pretty much if he writes something, you know it's going to be pretty solid. Again, I don't know about the audio for that, but as far as the audio for Mike's work, I know that he has all of his stuff pretty much in audio. So check out the Shield and Crocus series, which again you can find on if you do a search for Mike Underwood, also under Turbo Tango. He's another one as well. No, you know what? They haven't, Caro, and I really want to see that because City in the City is an unbelievable book. It won the Hugo Award. It's so good. I can't even tell you. It's by China Mieville, who's known for writing kind of weird fiction, but this is not weird at all. It's just police procedural, but it's so smart. It's just such good writing. I really like City in the City. Really good. Okay, so we are going with... we're going with Duggar Market. Sounds like a plan. Okay. 40 paces along the street is a barracks, a long whitewashed building with ugly square windows. A soldier sits dozing in the evening sun with his spear resting along his lap. Some children are tossing hollowed-out Larnurma fruits at him, trying to catch them upon the tip of his spear. Opposite the barracks is a tavern with a line of saddled dugas tied to a rail near the main door. The braying of these sand horses rivals the sound of revelry drifting from the tavern door. Do you wish to enter the tavern or continue along the street towards the Duga Market? And this will be our last choice for the day, folks. Next month we will wrap up this book. I don't know why we suddenly went to jazz. Probably because we ran out. That's fine. All right. So, do we enter the tavern or continue towards Duga Market? And as I say, this will be the last choice of the day. Well, I hope so, but it really depends, Echo. I mean, it's, she gets paid for those things, but it's totally based on what her, how she's doing health-wise in terms of how her arm feels, and then her time frame. So, yeah, I mean, I basically, Terry spends 3 Tuesdays a month most of the time with us, either doing illustrations here or on Adventures of Middle Earth. But, she's got her own, she's a grown person who's got her own life to live as well. So it depends. But yes, of course, I love having Terry do these things, as you guys know, because I like Terry a lot, and because she's a fine artist. So there's been enough drinking today. It is funny that this whole book is like, how well can you hold your liquor? The whole book is just like, here, drink this ale, here, drink this wine, here, check out this tavern. We got rain going on out there. There's been a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks around here. A lot of rain. Well, last week, I guess. I shouldn't say 2 weeks because I was in Indianapolis, so how would I know? But last week. There's never enough drinking as fantasy. All right, last call. And the silence is just because rather than start up a whole new soundtrack, since we're closing up shop here in just a minute, we might as well do this like this. So you'll just have to imagine awesome music in your mind. I forgot that I need to put the illustrations up over there. Oh, well, actually, now that I think of it, that's normally where I put Terry's work, so that's why. Okay. I was like, man, that cover. Okay. And enter the tavern. It will be. As you approach the door, Baindon offers you a word of advice. Take care to guard your gold, Lone Wolf. Nothing tempts the Ikareshi more than a full purse. You can trust their honor, but if you trust their honesty, they will steal the hair from your head. That is a good place, I think, to bring this awesome stream today to a close. Good stuff, folks. This was awesome. I had a really good time with this. I hope you folks did as well. I loved it. And before we close up shop now, let me stop our bot here. Okay. Before we close up shop, we do have one more thing to do. And it doesn't sound very honorable. Well, no honor among thieves, maybe. Webcam feels a little weird to me. Hold on a second. I guess it's okay. Okay, good. All right, so last thing to do, folks, is this next game. So now is the time to get in your votes. You have a couple of minutes here, just a couple of minutes to finish up the vote here on this. What is it going to be? This is the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, which we will be playing next week. So right now, Battle Chef Brigade has the lead over God of War 2018, which has a slight lead over Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete. So this is your last chance to get in your vote. We got a Battle Chef is 10, God of War 2018 is 7, Heroes of Might and Magic currently tied. Battle Chef with 10 votes, God of War and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is tied with 7. Please do not vote a second time if you've already voted in this poll. But if you voted, now is the time to get it in. And as I always say, don't worry if you don't get like your particular thing in, because there have been a lot of cases, as Nonstop knows, where you've had to vote for a couple things like several months in a row, sometimes a number of months in a row, but they do get played eventually. So as long as there's nominations, eventually these things will happen. So we've got 10 votes for Battle Chef Brigade, we got 8 votes for God of War 2018, and 7 votes for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete. So this is your last opportunity, and then as I say, I will play this next week. And I can play, I mean, and any of these are fine. I have no like veto on any of these. These are all fine. I like all of these choices. I've actually played Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I haven't played a God of War since God of War 2, I think. Maybe 3. The God of Wars were fine. And Battle Chef Brigade I haven't played, but I've looked into it. It looks kind of cool. So I'm good either way. 10 votes for Battle Chef Brigade. 8 votes each. Don't forget Red Alert 2. Yeah, exactly. It took a while, but we eventually got Red Alert 2. That's right. Eventually, it worked out. And while we are waiting, I can speak. While we are waiting, don't forget about ways to support the stream. Please follow the channel if you haven't done so already. Please make sure to check out the YouTube with !ArvTube. Make sure you sub to me over there. Please check out the Discord with !ArvCord. Please join up with us there. That is growing quickly, so please join in there. Please join in on my Twitter as well with !ArvTweets. Definitely check out the shop, which has Infinity and Beyond merchandise, !ArvShop, but it will soon have merchandise as well for Assignment Impossible and for Esper Genesis. And then we've got !ArvTreon sitting right there. 393.96, so close, so tantalizingly close to 400. Let's try to get back there and then continue to move upwards and onwards and upwards. That would be great. And then last but certainly not least, the sub button, which many of you have used today. So you can get one of those, not only those awesome emotes that get hyped to use across the interwebs, but if you support at the $9.99 level, you get an inspiration that you can use with one of my D&D or role-playing campaigns. And you also, of course, now get the awesome custom sub badges, as Kerflop is showing, like Kerflop models. He's like, so Kerflop now has the awesome white quill. When you get to 3 months, you get a yellow quill. When you get to 6 months, you get a red quill. And when you get to a year, you get bronze quill. And then assuming we get partnered at some point in the future, which of course I hope will be the case, or if not, if they just open this up to affiliates, when we get to 2 years, we have a silver quill that you will get, and then 3 years and up will be the gold quill. So that is what we're looking at. It's awesome. But this is last call. All right, and the winner is beating out God of War 2018 and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete. The winner is Battle Chef Brigade. So I will be playing Battle Chef Brigade next Tuesday, folks. So that will be a good time. Same bat time, same bat channel. This time will be noon Eastern next Tuesday. Right now, though, I got to get ready for Battletech, which is going to be happening over on GOG on my Pen and Pixel show. Please follow me over there. Remember, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be back with Crosscode with the amazing Our Vocalists. So Rob, Russ, and Zach will be doing a voiceover event for all you wonderful people. So please spread the word. Let people know about that. Tell them all about the custom sub badges and all that kind of good stuff. So no raid for today because, as I say, hopefully you guys will all be going over to GOG in about a little less than a half hour when I will be starting with Pen and Pixels and Battletech. That is going to do it for me. I hope everyone enjoyed this. We will finish up Shadow in the Sand next month. I've really been enjoying the Lone Wolf stuff, so we will do this again next month. And then, as I say, coming up tonight, we've got Crosscode. But I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Thank you, or today. Thank you to Chaotix. First of all, again, Chaotix, and to Dragonspear, who are both here as mods. Thank you, Dragonspear. And Chaotix, again, man, thank you so much, not just for modding, but thank you for all you do for the channel and for the amazing sub badges. So much love. Thank you, man. The badges came out great, so thank you. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, to Chaotix and Dragonspear. Thank you to Brahms, to Cloud Kingdom, Kerflop, Lucathea, Nonstop Uncle Elias. Special thanks to the not just resubs, but also the new people who jumped on board. Thank you all so much. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to Bananaman. Thank you to Commander Root, Decaf Smurf, Day _ Echo Alpha X5, ECAG, Electrical Skateboard, Aranth, Jagtris, Carohemd, Karth, Land Fusion, Lunkinte, Mr. Mano, Optic Nerve, Questionable Results, Slow Cool, TNS, Tobik, U Christensen, V&K, Virgo Praz. Thank you all so much. You are wonderful people. I really enjoyed this today. I hope you folks did as well. And I will see you in a little less than a half hour over on GOG for Pen and Pixels and Battletech. Much love. I appreciate it from everybody. You guys are great. And as always, for Summerland. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye for now.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true, were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart, were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said. Will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt before, things that shook you to your core, a shattered truth you can ignore. Oh, yes, you're gonna fly away from here when the sky grows more clear and your problems disappear. Drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends where the trouble never ends. And there's always just one more day left to go. And when you've struggled and you keep on falling back, 'cause it's confidence you lack, you try and take a different tack. You can turn and face your demons, or you can give yourself a break. You can go a new direction, life is only what you make. When it comes to your own vision, when you got to